Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Avengers episode 14. This is called The Springers. Bear with. The Springers. It is a recon. Oh my gosh, the next one is an episode. I will say I have absolutely zero time to listen to the audio. I have not listened to the audio, so I am going in blind, naked, however you want to call it. So this will be interesting because I don't have time after to listen to the audio the same way I did with the last episode. So this is going to be a journey. Sometimes it's just the way I've got to do it. I probably will listen to the audio, but it won't be today. So let's see how this goes. I think the recons get a little bit longer, so that will be great. That helps. If you are new here, my name is Marie-Clare. Thank you so much for joining me. I would love it if you would like to subscribe. It would mean the world. And let's get going. Saturday, 13th of May. It's the 13th of May today. Whoa. It's the 13th of May today, I promise you.
In the corridor outside, a new prison warder is keeping watch. His face is familiar to us. It is John Steed.
Oh.
The Springers.
I didn't even recognise his face.
John Whitney and Geoffrey Bellman. At another prison somewhere in the east of England, Straker and Feeney welcome their new roommate, Keel, known to them as Dr. Fenton. Straker is not happy about the new arrival and lets Keel know his feelings. Straker knows that Fenton, the drug dealer, has a history of prison breaks, but he is doubtful that the doctor will escape from this one. As Straker accosts the doctor, Keel is summoned to the governor's office.
Why is he there?
Only to find Steed waiting there for him. It is for this reason that they have had Fenton removed from Dartmoor before his transfer, and Keel has been planted in his place, complete with fake scar to match that of Fenton's. Steed tells Keel of a meeting between the real Dr. Fenton and a visitor at Dartmoor, which was covertly taped. The pair discussed horse racing, but Steed discovered that their conversation was a coded discussion regarding the escape route. Steed has deciphered the code and thinks that the route involves a nearby canal system leading to Bellport, a town on the coast. Several previous escaped convicts have been picked up in Norway, so the route must go from Bellport by boat across to Scandinavia. Keel returns to his cell, wondering what will happen next.
I know it's wrong.
Soon he is on
But
slopping
I
out
do always admire
officer Haslam,
like
who has
the
clearly taken a dislike to him.
effort that goes into planning these escape routes,
Sometime
even though
later,
it's naughty.
Steed visits 110 to deliver a progress report. The check came from a man named Groves, the principal of Bellport College for Young Ladies. In the guise of a Commander Kenilworthy, Steed proceeds to visit Bellport College with a girl pretending to be his teenage daughter, Melanie. They are greeted by a pupil called Caroline, who is staying at the school for the holidays as her parents are abroad. Caroline takes him to Groves, and Steed explains to him that he needs to finish in school for his daughter Melanie, as he will soon be leaving for another tour of duty at sea. After a short interview, they are shown around the school and meet Lisa, the school matron, and another parent called Neem, who seems rather familiar with the woman. They are planning dinner when 110 telephones. The contact for the escape route is heading for Bellport. Can Steed go back to the school to hide a tape recorder there? He can retrieve the recorder and any taped conversations.
Steed looks so different to how I thought he would.
Melanie to her lone champagne dinner and a consolation bunch of flowers. Back at the prison, Keel and his fellow cellmates have a visit from Haslam. Haslam sends the other two prisoners out in order to give Keel some of his own rough justice. But as soon as they are alone, Haslam reveals himself to be the prison contact for the escape route and tells Keel that now is the time for him to leave. Haslam gives Keel his officer's coat and route information, asking to be knocked out in order to keep up the pretense. A swift punch and Keel is outside, following Haslam's instructions. He scales the wall and is picked up by Lisa, the matron from Bellport College. Just as they leave, the alarm is raised. At the school, Neem gives Groves the news of the prison break, reported on the radio.
Poor Keel getting dragged into all of this.
To put the There is even sand from Dorset under the car mat to further confuse matters. Neame and Groves await the arrival of Fenton. At the same time, Keel and Lisa have arrived at a lockkeeper's house, ready to go on to Bellport in the morning. He investigates and finds Steed in the act of planting a recording device. Neame pulls a gun on Steed and orders him to get up, just as the telephone rings. It is Lisa reporting from the lockkeeper's cottage. Neame tells her to bring Fenton over rather than spend the night at the cottage. The authorities must be onto them, so they will need to move fast. Melanie has become concerned about Steed and calls 110. It is 2 hours since he left, and so far there has been no sign of him. 110 warns her off any attempt to look for the agent. Steed is quite capable of looking after himself. Steed is being held in Grove's office as Neame considers his next move. At that moment, Lisa and Keel arrive, interrupting Neame's plans for Steed. Keel is told he will be kept at the college until his identity has been verified. Neame reassures Lisa while Steed is locked up elsewhere in the college. The main priority now is to get Fenton on his way. Melanie has left the hotel, ignoring 110's advice, and she returns to the college. She meets Caroline and claims to have arranged to meet her father, the commander there, to continue their tour, but she can't find him. Caroline recommends she sees Mr. Groves and agrees to take her to him. Inside the college, Steed is locked up in a trunk store, but strikes it lucky as one of his captors has dropped the handcuff key. If only he can reach it. Meanwhile, Keel is having trouble convincing the gang
How
of his
very
identity.
handy.
He has met Arthur, another contact, in Grove's office, and Arthur is sure that Keel is not Fenton. After all, Arthur was the man who passed the code message onto Fenton in Dartmoor a few days earlier. Neame hesitates, having been interrupted by Caroline and Melanie, who are looking for Groves. Suddenly, Keel pulls a gun on the group, having lifted it earlier from one of Neame's men, who is now unconscious upstairs. The tables are turned just as Steed arrives.
Look at Steed's
"Oh, is he
face.
there at the surgery?" the agent comments.
Oh, I was just getting into that. I actually found that recon a lot better than the last one, even though they were the same length. I am definitely going to listen to the audio though, because that recon really pulled me in. Whereas the last recon, I felt like I had to listen to the audio because I didn't get enough of the story. Whereas that has almost given me like a little taste, and I reckon that's a strong audio. So I will listen to it. It's just I don't know when I'm going to do it. It is the 13th of May today. I don't know how I can prove it. And maybe I'll keep the little bit in the corner of my laptop when I recorded on OBS. So bizarre that it's same date. It's funny, isn't it, how like Dr. Keel was just a normal average doctor however long ago, I don't know, a few months ago, and now he's fully incorporated into Steed's world. But what was it about Dr. Keel that made Steed think, yeah, do you know what, I want to have you on board? Because surely there could have been loads of people in the past that he could have had as like his, side man or whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I liked that. I really enjoyed that. Again, that's one of those other ones. It's one of those stories that I think, oh God, I wish we had the visual. But I really am grateful for the recon. I enjoyed that. I'm not sure how I feel about the narrator. I'm not saying I want someone who's like OTT, but I'm finding him a little bit monotonous. But that could just be me. I'm a big reader. I listen to audiobooks. So that could just be a part of the whole recon world that I'm just having to grasp. But guys, we have an episode next time. Tis a miracle. Tis a miracle. I'm very, very, very excited to have an episode. What's it called? I know I've already said it, but I can't remember. The Frighteners. I haven't read the synopsis. I was just looking at the cast because, like, in some of them there's only like 5 people and there's like 100 in that one. Yeah, really excited. I did really enjoy that episode. I don't think we were given much context as to why Dr. Keel was in there in the first place, or like the before story, which is something we normally get with the audios. So whether that's in the audio, I'll find out. Yeah, I'm very happy that I feel like I'm getting rewarded now for all the audios that I've listened to. So yeah, I did really enjoy that one. I'll listen to the audio, whether I've listened to it by the time I do the next episode, because obviously the next episode is episode, so I don't have to listen to the audio. Yeah, as always, thank you for your support, and I will see you very soon for episode 15.